Hello dear students, welcome to Department of Chemistry, KTHM College Nasik. So friends, in our previous lecture, we started our discussion about the concept and scope of environmental chemistry. Very lastly, we were discussing about the various terminologies used in environmental chemistry. For example, dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, pollutants, etc. etc. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the units of concentration. Generally, the concentrations of the pollutants are expressed as a fractions. It means that how much fraction of a pollutant is present among the overall fraction of the environmental section, or we call it as a segment of the environment. It may be the volume of certain gases, it may be the mass, or it may be the any another segment of the environment. Actually, we know that the pollutants are toxic even at very low concentrations. A very small fraction of a component, that is the pollutant, may be the hazardous for the well nourished and sustainable growth of the plants, animals, or you can say the biotic environments. Actually, there are many more pollutants, for example lead, arsenic, cyanides. When they are present in a very small quantity, they will be the hazardous or toxic. For example, some pollutants, if present in ppm level, that is the parts per million, or some components when present in a parts per trillion level, they are hazardous for the environment, and therefore we must know the various way to express the concentration of a pollutant. Generally in chemistry, we are using a number of methods or number of units to express the concentration. For example, parts per million, percentage by mass, percentage by weight, normality, molarity, molality, parts per million, parts per trillion, or even sometime mole fraction is used for that. In an environmental chemistry, generally the concentrations of the pollutants are expressed as a fraction. There are many more pollutants which are toxic at a very low level. For example, ppm means parts per million, parts per million. Second way is pphm. It means that parts per 100, parts per 100 million. Next one is a ppb, parts per billion. ppt means parts per trillion, in this way. And if we think about the relationship between these different ways, or we call it as an interconversion, we will have such a relation, interconversion between the units, interconversion between the units. 1 ppm, 1 parts per million, is equal to 100 pphm, parts per 100 million, and it is equal to, if we are going to convert it into the parts per billion, it will be equal to the corresponding 1000 parts per billion. And if you want to convert it into the parts per trillion, it is equal to 100,000 parts per trillion. My intention is to tell you that the pollutants are present in a very small quantity, and therefore they are generally expressed as a fraction. And in order to explain the fraction of a pollutant, we have to use a term such as a ppm, pphm, ppb, or ppt. Okay, so you can note these values so that we can proceed for the next discussion. Now again, our pollutants are present in a gaseous state, may be present in liquid state, or they may be present in the solid state. Generally, if the pollutants are present in a liquid or the solid state, the fractions are referred as a parts by weight. In case of solids and liquids, the fractions are referred as parts by weight. Parts by weight. For example, if you have a 4 ppm dissolved oxygen in water, 4 ppm dissolved oxygen in water, it means that 4 milligram of dissolved oxygen, 4 milligram of dissolved oxygen is present in 10 raised to 6 milligram of water. It means that here the fraction is expressed as a parts by weight, 4 milligram per 10 raised to 6 milligram. Obviously we know that 10 raised to 6 milligram of water is nothing but the 1 liter of water. So we can write it in this way. It means 4 milligram of dissolved oxygen present in 1 liter of water. Alternatively, if our sample is a gas, means pollutants are present in gases. It was the case when the pollutants are present in solid and liquid. If the pollutants are present in gases, then the fractions are referred as parts by volume. Then, in case of gases, the fractions are referred as parts by volume. For example, 4 ppm NO2, 4 ppm NO2. We know that at an ambient temperature, NO2 is present in a gaseous state. It means that the 4 parts by volume NO2 is present in 10 raised to 6 parts by volume of air. It means in this case, the parts means the fractions are referred in terms of volume. So it was the first method to express the concentrations of the pollutants. Okay, so you can note it so that we will proceed for the next way to express the concentrations. Now the second way to express the concentration is the number of molecules per unit volume. Number of molecules per unit volume. Second way. Number of molecules per unit volume. For that purpose, we should work out the number of molecule present in a per unit volume of air. And we know that if we consider a ideal gas at a standard condition of a temperature and pressure, we know that at a standard condition of temperature and pressure, the temperature is considered as a 298 Kelvin and the pressure is considered as a 1 atmospheric pressure. And again we know that according to the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, and therefore number of moles per unit volume can be calculated, and therefore the number of moles per unit volume is equal to, we have to just rearrange this equation, and therefore we will have N upon V is equal to P upon RT. Now according to the standard condition of a temperature and pressure, pressure is a 1 atmospheric pressure, and we know the value of R 0.082, 0.082, and we know the temperature, it is a 298 Kelvin, 298 Kelvin, and therefore number of moles per unit volume. Now here the per unit volume is considered as a per centimeter cube, because this is a per unit volume according to the SI standard, and therefore if you do the calculation over here, we will have 0.0409 mole per liter, 0.049 moles per liter. So these are nothing but the number of moles of gases present in 1 liter of volume. Obviously, if you want to convert the moles into the number of molecule, according to the Avogadro's law, we know that the 1 mole is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. And therefore, in order to convert the mole into the molecule, we should multiply it by Avogadro's number, that is a 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. And therefore, the number of molecules per unit volume here in terms of liter is equal to 0.0409 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecule. If we wish to convert it into the per centimeter cube rather than the per liter, we should divide it by 10 raised to 3, and if you perform the calculations, we will have a value 2.46 into 10 raised to into 10 raised to 19 molecules per centimeter cube. So these are nothing but the number of molecules of gases or air present in per centimeter cube of volume. So this is your second way to express the concentration of the pollutants. So you can note it so that. Now the third way to express the concentration is mass per unit volume. Third way, mass per unit volume. Usually microgram per meter cube of air. Microgram per meter cube of air. For that we will consider the concentration 1 ppm of a pollutant. As 1 ppm, and as per as our previous discussion, we know that the number of molecules present in 1 liter of air at a standard condition of a temperature and pressure, the number of molecules present in 1 liter of air is equal to 0.0 409 mole per liter according to our previous discussion. Now in terms of express the number of moles per cubic meter means in terms of moles per cubic meter, the value becomes, now we have to convert it into the per cubic meter. So we should multiply it by 10 raised to 3, 0.0409 into 10 raised to 3 mole per liter. In order to express in terms of parts per million, we should again multiply it by 10 raised to minus 6. And therefore, the number of moles for 1 ppm per meter cube is equal to 1 ppm is equal to 0.0409 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 6. It will be equal to mole per meter cube. Obviously, we will have a value 1 ppm is equal to 0.0409 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole per meter cube. 1 ppm is equal to, we will just save the decimal, we will have a 4.09, sorry, 4.09 into 10 raised to minus 5 mole per meter cube. Now in order to convert this value in terms of mass, we should multiply it by molecular weight, and therefore 1 ppm is equal to 4.09 into 10 raised to minus 5 into molecular weight mole per meter cube. Now we have to convert this mole into the gram because the molecular weight is expressed in terms of a gram. So instead of mole, we will write over here a gram. We have to convert this value in terms of microgram. So again, we should multiply it by 10 raised to 6. So 1 ppm is equal to 4.09 into 10 raised to minus 5 into m into 10 raised to 6. Now gram will be converted into the microgram per meter cube. And if you solve it, we will have a final value. 1 ppm is equal to, we will just shift the decimal over here, 40.9 into 40.9 into m, it will be in microgram per meter cube. So this is the third way to express the concentration as a mass per unit volume. So students, in this lecture we will stop here. In our next lecture, we will discuss the various segments of environment. Thank you.